Well done. So, I am Laurie Bryant. I teach ELA on Team 1. This is my 17th open house here at LMS. I'm an Arlington parent. I sent 2 kids through our middle schools and our high school, and somehow they've made it through college, and they are wonderful functioning adults right now. So well done, Arlington. We really appreciate your attention during our presentations, and hopefully you can tell that your kids are in good hands and good caring hands. Your kids already might seem a little bit more grown up. Maybe a little. They're getting a little taller. Some of them can almost see that top locker. They may even act a little bit more maturely sometimes. Sometimes. They will tell you, "We've got this." Do not believe them. You did not throw rice at their wedding a few weeks ago. You put them on a middle school bus. They're still kids. So with that in mind, the most important information that we can give to you, we give here as your takeaway. You kids are not grown up yet. You have to know that. You have to believe that. You still have to tell them to bathe and wear deodorant. And thank you for that in advance, by the way. They still have stuffed animals in their beds. They still pretend, they play with Legos, slime, Pokemon cards. Fortnite is a thing. They're kids. Closer to the tooth fairy than to college. 6th grade is still elementary education. Most of us are elementary trained teachers. That means you are still elementary parents. You can't leave them yet. You don't have to understand the new math to be a good learning partner for your child. We can work together with you. We teach them, but we see that they're not at their best if they show up and they're tired or they're hungry. You can set a bedtime and mean it. Take your phones away. It's okay, they'll live. Get them breakfast, either at home or right here. If you need a little assistance, let us know. We have resources that can help you. Set a time and a quiet place for your kids to work without their phones. Our homework really doesn't take that long, but you add in a phone and suddenly homework takes hours. It's not the homework. Consistent habits mean good results. Please give them lots of love and lots of encouragement, but don't be afraid to set standards. Reasonable standards should not stop at our classroom doors. If school is important to you, it will be important to them. Effort should not be negotiable. They may resist. They may not like you in their school business. They're in middle school now. Well, that's okay, they're 11. On their way to teenhood. They're just beginning to dislike you. Stay involved in all aspects of their lives anyway. Know that we are professionals who take pride in our work. We create materials, we teach skills and manners, we assign and grade work. And contrary to what you might hear, we actually do return that graded work, because that's our job. Please check Parent Portal. Secrecy and deception begin in middle school. You remember you were there. Middle schoolers will prefer to say they lost homework rather than search for it in front of their classmates. Go into their backpacks, their notebooks, their folders. Do it regularly. Clean them out. Help organize things and lighten their load. Poor performance in middle school can often just be traced back to disorganization. And while you're at it, have a peek through those phones. Because no news is not necessarily good news from your child. They may not share as much with you now that they are in middle school. So ask them. Ask them about their successes, their struggles, their friends, and their teachers. Ask who they sit with at lunch. Ask if they have someone to sit with at lunch. It's been a few weeks now. What do you know about their new friends and their teachers and their challenges here at school? Of course, we teach them. We laugh with them. But we also see tears and groups forming. And we see kids who are already drifting to the outskirts. We notice both positive and negative changes in students as the year wears on. But no one knows your child better than you do. Go with your gut. If you feel something is wrong, ask them. Ask us. And if we call you with concerns, believe us. We have seen thousands of children go through middle school. Unfortunately, in this world we live in, their phones are often the window to their young lives. So snooping is caring. You think your child has a phone to stay in contact with you. Your child may not be on that same page. Know what they're doing. Is your child leaving class to text friends? Some do. Do you really know what sites and apps your kids use and visit? Kids bully and are bullied on these devices. And we teach about it, we warn about it, but we can't stop it. Social media can cause a lot of problems between kids in and out of school. They probably won't tell you because they don't want to lose the phone. Do you know that there are apps that can mask their activities on their phone? They do. Look them up. And boys are not immune. Online game chats can get intense. It's part of this new plugged-in world that they're growing up in. These experiences can be overwhelming to them, and they are linked to their success and their happiness and their attendance here at school. And just being here willingly and being willing to learn is half the battle. If your child does have to be out, check websites. Check the homework page. If they have to be out a couple of days, go through guidance. Social media makes sharing things a little bit easier for them. There are upsides to it. Kids can share with other kids. They can get assignments. You can get assignments. We're all available at a click of your phone. Please make use of that. We want your child to stay up with what's going on in class. Returning to school and feeling behind is a difficult feeling for a child. It can lead to more absences. Know about tests and when things are due, because strange illnesses seem to pop up around them. Your kids still want to like school, and they want to like us, their parents and their teachers. But please believe that they also want and need us both to set boundaries and have expectations. It's safer. They may test their limits, but they want to feel safe. I just visited Britain this summer, and train passengers there are politely minded to mind the gap. That small but dangerous space between the safety of the platform and the train that takes them on a journey. Speaking metaphorically, and I'm a writer, I often speak metaphorically. Middle school is their first experience with gaps like that. Hallways, bathrooms, the cafeteria, the bus. Lots of things can happen in that brief precipice of freedom, and very few of them are good. Please know that each of us spends a lot of time teaching to mind those gaps. But your kids will make mistakes, academically and socially, and we will hold them accountable. We will help them to learn from it, and we will teach them to move on. We will insist that your children speak to and about each other and all adults with respect, whether or not they like or agree with the individual. And in return, we will speak respectfully to your child and to you. We spend an awful lot of time in this building, and we want to build a positive community for our students, our staff, and our parents. We ask you, implore you, to join us in this effort. We're on your side, trying to help you raise kind and responsible children in a world that grows more challenging by the day. Middle school is where they begin creating the adult that they will become. And the world needs kinder adults who champion the underdog, and we need them quickly. We hope that you have seen that we are professionals and parents and well-intentioned adults who chose to spend our work-life years with other people's children, your children. So let's work together and let them see us working together for everybody's benefit. And that's it. That's your homework for the year. If you would like to spend a bit of time with your child's team of teachers, we will be in marked corners of the building. Team 1, Team 2, Team 3, and our specials teachers will be over here. You can explore the building. You can follow your older child's schedule, but remember that grades 7 and 8 are still in session, so classrooms may be being used for those grades. So before you poke your head in, just make sure that there isn't a class going on. Of course, you're also free to jump out and beat the traffic. We thank you sincerely for being here today. It is the first step in our partnership of your child's education. We truly appreciate your time and your attention. It's a lot to take in one night. Let's have a great year. Thank you again.